Well, John Deere wants United Auto Worker Union members off the picket lines. The company has been asking judges across the state to issue injunctions, essentially limiting the number of strikers at Deere factories. Well, thank you for joining us. John Deere is claiming picketers have disobeyed traffic laws, creating what lawyers describe as an unsafe environment.
They also claim picketers are intimidating and preventing third-party workers like environment cleaners from entering sites. Attorneys for John Deere showed multiple videos they believe are clear examples of these issues. Now, one showing a picketer briefly kneeling in front of a semi. The other shows a picketer in front of a car pulling from the warehouse. Attorneys from the union pushed back on these clips, saying they only showed the actions of a few members who disobeyed union rules.
The reality is, after 8 days of surveillance, where they appear to have 24/7 cameras on that picket line, the best evidence they can show this court is that for 3 to 5 seconds, 2 vehicles were slightly delayed in entering the facility. That's it.
We aren't asking to stop them from picketing. We're asking for help and an order to keep roadways from being blocked and impeded. You know, there's enough evidence, there's close calls before someone gets hurt and before there's a bigger problem. That's why we're here. We're not saying you can't picket. We're saying
the judge in Polk County didn't make a decision today, but he says since it's a pressing issue toward the top of his list, we anticipate one in the coming days, and our team will be, of course, on top of it all. Meanwhile, in Ottumwa, workers remain on the picket line where they continue to see continued support from the community. Local 5's John Deere spoke to one worker who has a unique perspective. Take a listen.
For Tim Pickerel and his family, working at John Deere has become generational.
My dad was a John Deere worker. He's an electrician down here, started in 1959.
His son works here too now, and there are others in his family. If you add up the years they've worked for John Deere, it's more than 100 between them.
John Deere was always the high standard. Everybody wanted to work here.
Pickerel says his dad fought to keep it that way.
And he told me that the reason why he went on strike was someday one of his kids, his grandkids would work here, and he felt great that they would come in to a good job.
That old fight continues today for the workers on the picket line.
The fight that we're taking right now isn't as much about us as it is about all working people.
And, you know, we want people to understand we're not just an angry mob of workers, but, you know, we're fighting for, you know, the future of our families.
Meanwhile, the community remaining steadfast. Haley Frederick's family runs a bar in town, recently cooking up more than 100 meals for striking workers.
We've always been active members in the community. They support us as being a local business.
And this cold weather is worth mentioning. It's a little chilly and a little windy. It didn't really seem to deter folks on Thursday, but it does have them thinking what happens if this strike drags on into the colder weeks, into the colder months. Well, they are preparing for that. We're told they are working with the city to secure permits to bring some equipment out here to keep them warm if they need it. In Ottumwa, John Deere, Local 5 News, we are Iowa.
Workers in Ottumwa telling Local 5 they're aware of some of the challenges outside of other John Deere factories, and they're working to avoid them.
An event venue in northeastern Iowa is offering striking John Deere employees and their families some free tickets to one of its concerts. A group was scheduled to perform on Saturday at Five Flags Center in Dubuque. The concert has, however, been postponed after some performers tested positive for COVID. The concert is now rescheduled for Friday, December 3rd. Five Flags staff says it's important for them to show support to John Deere strikers.
You know, we want to show our support for those workers because, you know, if this thing goes further, it's going to be tough for all of us in the long run. But it's just kind of a thank you, and we support the, you know, the employees of John Deere and their families, and it's just a little something that we can do by offering these tickets to the workers and their families.
John Deere workers interested in getting tickets will need to stop by Five Flags box office with their UAW membership card.